Okay, this is Ringwalk Media. We're over in Champs Camp this Monday morning. Well, Joe, I mean, that was a bit of a session. I've not seen it that brutal before, but God, they all loved it, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I don't know what gyms yous have been in. Someone said that the other day, and it's like it's just normal standard work. Like I said, we're all getting back in after Christmas, New Year. We're the third week into it now, fourth week, and we're all getting in shape. And there's some good sparring today with the boys that are fighting coming up on February the 14th. Mikey himself had a move round, and Jack and Fraser worked well. But yeah, it was good team bonding going on at the moment, ready for a big 2026.
Well, 2025 is a hugely successful year for your camp, for your fighters. Yeah. One that I think came out of it really well was Lawrence Okolie. Yeah. How do you see that he's going to go forward now in 2026? It's going to be, world honours, surely, for Lawrence.
Well, that's the thing with Lawrence. Lawrence wants to fight everyone and anyone at the moment, and I don't understand why he isn't getting the fights. He was out there in Germany when I watched Kabayel, and everyone, I was joking with Simon Jordan, everyone knows if Lawrence Okolie was in that ring them first couple of rounds, Lawrence Okolie, WBC interim champion now. Everyone keeps saying Kabayel's the boogeyman of the division. He's not at all. Lawrence has been calling him out for 6 months. I'm not understanding why Lawrence is getting that opportunity. At Kabayel, we want to fight him. We want the fights. Lawrence has said to me he's accepted the Dubois fight. He wants the big fights, and where we are at the moment while we're waiting for Usyk, Kabayel's just fought, did well in Germany. Lawrence Okolie's got a record of beating a couple of German fighters, and I think, well, if you're after an opponent in Germany, April, May, I'm hearing Kabayel's fighting in Germany in May. And a British opponent, I don't know who it is, but we want to be that opponent. And if he is the boogeyman in the division, well, he isn't, because he won't fight Lawrence Okolie. So it's like I don't understand. Lawrence said to me, people were told at ringside not to mention Lawrence Okolie in Germany, and I find that really. One, hard to believe, two, disappointing that people want to keep Lawrence Okolie's name out of it. You've got a fighter here, 2-weight world champion. He's been in, he's fought, he got a fight for in Nigeria, got the win just to stay active. He's WBC, he was in with the final eliminator of Moses Atuma. Moses has injured himself now, that's rescheduled. So Lawrence wants to crack on with his career. Kabayel's just fought. The WBC said they've got to give him a fight, he's had it. And Lawrence has had a fight, he's had it. So let's make that. You've just seen Callum Smith, the interim champion, just been ordered to defend against David Morrell as an interim champion. So it should be the same for Kabayel. He's interim champion. He should allow defend against Lawrence Okolie. Now that final eliminator doesn't seem to be happening with Moses. So Lawrence Okolie, the people can be quiet about him and ignore him, but when he gets that opportunity, he's got to do so much damage. And there's people out there that don't want to fight him, and Lawrence Okolie won't be denied. And what we need is that opportunity. And Kabayel, he needs an opponent, and we'll fight him, and let's put an end to this boogeyman of the division. I don't understand it. We've got a heavyweight here that's calling him out, but people won't make the fight.
Yeah, it's very unusual, and like you say, it should be, if Smith is getting the opportunities, then it should be exactly the same, right?
Yeah, I think Callum's interim champion, so he's been forced to defend his interim belt against the next available champion, David Morrell. So so I feel we're a champion in any level, whether it's Southern area, English, British, a champion of sorts, then you have to defend that belt. He's an interim champion, so if the WBO doing an interim championship defence, then Kabayel has to have a WBC title defence. He's just had a voluntary gimme of such, what it was, and now it's like, we'll defend it against Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence Okolie's just fought, and let them two battle it out, and if Usyk gives the belt up, then them two are fighting for the world title. I don't understand why that can't happen. It isn't being happening, it isn't being talking about. And like I say to the lads at Talk Sports, I think I spoke to Simon, Ada, Spencer Oliver, Gareth Davis, and just said to them all, can you say Lawrence Okolie for me? And they did. And I went, oh, great, okay, then so you can say his name. I thought you had struggled pronouncing his name or saying it, but that's the point. Lawrence Okolie, it's 2026, it's a big year for him, and we want to build some momentum, and at the end of the year, we want to be world champion and be involved in these unification fights.
And obviously, box over in Germany would be no problem for you, right? And the atmosphere was amazing, wasn't it? For that
yeah. But like I said, when we fought in Poland, obviously when Kabayel's over, we fought in Poland. We fought Lawrence will have gloves and fight anywhere, and Kabayel's the man. So whoever's behind Kabayel, whether it be Spencer or Frank or whoever in Germany, get your man and fight Lawrence Okolie, and don't duck Lawrence Okolie.
Well, there you go. Message straight to you. Well, let's talk about the rest of the gym. Some really, really good performances in 2026, especially Mikey Talon. 2025, sorry.
There will be in 2026
There will
as well.
be. I'm getting mixed up with
2025. No, sorry. I'm a little bit pumped still from training and shouting. You see how I am at the moment. So,
but that's a good place to be.
Yeah.
I think he went from prospect to problem in 2025.
Who?
Mikey Talon.
Oh, yeah.
And seeing him out there the last couple of fights, he's matured so much. What can we expect from Mikey this year?
Well, he's still learning. You're seeing in the gym today. We're still learning. We're working on things. We're adding to his game. He's getting to a point soon where he'll have to go through the doors. I think them two big fights this year in Vegas and on the Ben Eubank 2 show at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. They were right before big pressure, the promoters, His Excellency TV, and he delivered on both accounts with stoppages and knockdowns and knockouts. So I was really pleased with him. We've got to regroup, add to our game, and make sure we're ready when we go through the doors again this year. But hopefully we'll have another busy year, 5-6 fights. That's what we're looking to get with him. I was speaking to His Excellency the other day, so we'll have some news on that soon. So hopefully, but we've got to keep him busy. He's still a baby. He's still learning, and he's a talent that's like all these kids have huge talent. It's whether they can. What's the word I'm looking for? Fulfill the potential. They have huge potential. It's whether they fulfill potential. Mikey Talon's got huge potential. He's shown a little bit, but as you keep stepping up, you step and fight better fighters. I took him to Riyadh. I made him watch Bam Bam Rodriguez, Devin Haney, world-class athletes, and how they did things, how they moved in the ring, the footwork, everything else. So Mikey's like a sponge. He's absorbing and taking everything on board, and that's shown in his fights. But hopefully this year, another good year for him in a building block process.
You're going to have trouble holding him back because he is really, really good, Mikey.
Yeah, he is, but people say that, I say, but I'm always looking at the negatives, and there's things that I'm looking at like an opponent and look at, and we have to erase them bad habits and things and add to the game and keep bringing something different to the table in every fight. So when you get to, there's an old saying, 20 to learn, 20 to earn. Hopefully we get in around that, and then we're ready to go onto the world stage.
And nice to see Clark Smith and Kieran McDade in training today. They're out on the 14th of Feb on the Blackfast show.
Yeah.
Big years for both those fighters.
Yeah, I think more so for Clark Smith. Clark's beginning to get a bit of momentum. I thought he sparred very, very well today. 2 weeks out. Kieran obviously has turned pro, 2-0. And going Clark's on top form, it's hard to stay with. But Kieran did very well. They're both out on February the 14th, Valentine's night, as you say, at Bowlers. And Clark's still building momentum now. He's had a lot of injuries early on in his career, no fault of his own, but hopefully now we get this fight, get another one out March, April, and we can have a year last year, what Mikey Talon had last year with 5-6 fights. And I think Clark will most probably go through the doors next year, as will a couple of others, the young kids, Joe Cooper, Ewan Malone, Kieran McDade. This is and Clark Smith, a building block year. That next year afterwards they'll be on your 9s, 10s, 11 and 0s, that they'll be ready to go through the door in 2027.
A really talented crop of young prospects coming through, and it's nice to have them in the gym, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. They're pushing each other on. They're all going through the same situation together, from small hold to big shows, and dealing with that pressure and opponents. So obviously Mikey sort of like broke away from the pack, but he's still in around that, and he's inspiring them and motivating them to be able to do what he's doing.
I was talking to Zelfa, and he was saying it's sort of boxing's gone 360 for him because he's in the ring helping Mikey, and 5, 6, 7 years ago, he's got someone helping him. So it's like a real sort of conveyor belt of wealth and knowledge helping the youth of today, and it's nice. Yeah,
Zelfa's a very, very talented kid, and we've got to see this in 2026. He's chomping at the bit. He had a good few wins last year. He's adapted. I think he's been nearly with me nearly a year now. He's adapted and he's applied, and there's some very good stuff that he does, and I wanted him to pass that on with Mikey today, some of the things that we're doing, and it was very good. And in other ways, other people are helping Zelfa out with work that he needs to do. So it's good. And the thing with Zelfa is he's had so many fights, 30 odd plus professional fights. He's been in the sport for ages. He's had some great coaches and teams around him, but he's not afraid to learn and take heed and take advice. And usually get to fighters that age, they get stuck in a rut and they think they know it all. Zelfa isn't like that. He's listening all the time, taking everything on board, and it is a pleasure to train.
Unless you're a driving instructor, in which case you're screwed.
No, exactly. Self is shocking, isn't it? But he's such a nice kid, good personality in the gym, and he's a good kid.
And of course, a new addition this year. I think he's 3-4 weeks in now. Fraser Clark, former Olympian. He's really enjoying it over here. Good to have him.
No, listen, Fraser's come up. He's been with us 3 weeks. This is his 4th week now, 3rd or 4th week. And I said to him, come up for 3 or 4 weeks, see what you think of it, immerse yourself into it, get better, get involved. And he's been partnering up with Jack Massey. They've been doing some good work together and just stripping him back. And I think for Fraser, who's always been someone that's always trained on his own as a professional, and yet he came from a Team GV environment where everyone was pushing each other. And I think bringing him back into the fold, into a team environment where people like Jack Massey are pushing him and Mikey Talon's outworking him on a bag and all stuff is making him knuckle down, and him being an Olympian and everyone bowing to him, that doesn't work in here. It's just like you have to prove yourself. So as you're seeing today, a bit of bar bag with Jack Massey and a bit of work and rolling over with stomach pains and all that type of stuff. It's all good, but he's applied himself, he's shown dedication, shown discipline, and again, somebody there that has big ears, that is willing to listen, take on board, and then when they go away, you see that they're applying what you've told them. So I'm looking forward to Fraser proving a lot of people wrong.
He needs to learn how to count alongside Jack Massey, though, because he's not counting properly.
They're not. But listen, I'm giving it. I'm letting him ride it a little bit, but I'm not stupid. There's no way Jack Massey and Fraser Clark were doing the floor work quicker than Zelfa and Mikey Talon.
Absolutely,
and that's
no
the
chance.
Big giveaway. Yeah.
Well, listen, it's a really good year ahead, Joe, 2026, and it's good to see you looking so well. Yeah. How are you keeping yourself fit and well, in yourself? Because the battle doesn't stop when you get over it. You have to keep going, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Listen, I had, just before Christmas there, WBC so kindly brought me out there and they gave me an award. I enjoyed that. Put a little bit of weight on over the Christmas, which was good. But I had my first scans last week before, since the operation for my cancer. So I'm just waiting on the results on them. That's nerve-wracking. There's a thing called anxiety or scan anxiety or something like that. So, you don't want to really think, oh, shit, hope it don't come back and all your good cells are being absolutely smashed by the chemo. So I'm a little bit apprehensive and nervous about that, but I try and keep myself occupied in the gymnasium, training the fighters, motivating them. And like I say, you're always the captain of your own ship, and that's always try to lead by example. So, we'll see what the results are now. Fingers crossed they'll be all right and we can go on and have a really good 2026, as I keep saying. 2027's got to even be a better year, but we've got to be back, baby.
So give me one prediction for 2026 for the whole stable.
Oh, wow, for the whole stable. Well, last year we went 29-1 as a stable. Tasha doesn't like saying that because she was the one. So that was it. But this would be great to do a year undefeated. But I want everyone to just have moved up the levels, whether you're a prospect, you come to a contender, you're a contender, you become a champion. And if you're an interim or a number one, you become a champion. And Lawrence Okolie becomes a world champion.
There you go, you heard it here first. Joe, thank you so much for letting us come down this morning.
No problem.
We wish you all the best for 2026, and I look forward to seeing how some of the journeys pan out this year.
Please, God, an exciting ride. Buckle up.
We will do.
Cheers, thank you.
Mate.